Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's episode of A Journey with Sarponmaa. Today, we would be discussing hormonal imbalance and what causes hormonal imbalance, and we would be building up on what we have learned so far from our episode 1 on hormones and our episode 2 on mental health. And to do us the honors today is Frank Kwame Akoto, who is a general nurse. Stay tuned as he takes us on this journey. Cheers.
Hello, I'm from Kwame Akoto, a rotation nurse, and I believe the journey so far has been an exciting one. And today we'll talk about hormonal imbalance. I'll build on the already established points by Doc, and then we'll take it up from there. So let's quickly see what hormones are. Doc said it already, but let's quickly recap what hormones are. We said that hormones are chemical messengers produced by glands such as the adrenal, thyroid, and then the ovaries, and then the testes. Okay, so these glands, they regulate the activities of the hormones on the body's function. Okay, so activities such as the sleep, metabolism, reproduction, mood, sleep, and growth. So these are all regulated by the hormones. Okay, and then now let's quickly move on to what hormonal imbalance is. So we say hormonal imbalance cause it occurs as a result of too much or too little of one of or more hormones in the blood. Okay, and we can also say that it occurs when hormones in the blood are ineffectively or inappropriately regulated. So these can happen as a result of disorders of any of the glands or human activities. So now let's move on to the main thing, the causes of hormonal imbalance. And I have 3 of them here I would like us to discuss. One is stress, the second one is birth control and hormone therapy, and the last one is aging. So with the stress, it includes physical stress, emotional stress, and psychological stress. So when you are stressed, this stress activates the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis. Okay, so this causes the hypothalamus to release corticotropic releasing hormones. Okay, so these corticotropic releasing hormones causes the pituitary to release adenocorticotropic hormones. Okay, and then these adenocorticotropic hormones then release the cortisol, which is then going to affect the hormone balance in the body. So let's look at a high. When cortisol is high, what happens? So when cortisol is levels are elevated due to stress in the body, this what happens. It affects the progesterone level, reducing fertility and causing menstrual irregularities. Okay, and the second one is that it reduces testosterone levels, leading to reduced libido and sperm production in men. And the third one is that it suppresses the thyroid stimulating hormones, leading to the manifestations of symptoms such as fatigue, weight gain, and low mood, which are related to hypothyroidism. And then the next one is it increases blood sugar, causing insulin resistance and puts the individual at risk of type 2 diabetes. Okay, and then we so look at stress reducing growth hormone, the growth hormone release, okay, which are essential for muscle growth and metabolism and cell repair. So this cortisol causes affect the levels of growth hormones, okay, which are essential for muscle growth. So when these muscle growth hormones are reduced, we now have it affects metabolism and then your muscle growth as well. Okay, and then the last but not the least is the stress reducing serotonin and dopamine. Okay, so it reduces serotonin and dopamine, affecting mood and emotion. Okay, so when serotonin and dopamine levels are affected, mood, emotion regulations are also affected. And then the last one is stress affecting, melatonin levels causing insomnia. Okay, and then let's move on to the second cause of hormonal imbalance. So birth control and hormone therapy are also one cause of hormonal imbalance. So we all know that we take these birth control pills, these injections, and then these IUDs and the implants. Okay, and these things are synthetic progesterone and then estrogens. Okay, so they affect the natural, when you prolonged use of them affects the natural hormones, okay, affecting the cycle. Okay, so this causes it prevents ovulation, it thickens the cervical mucus, which blocks sperms, and then prevents implantation by thinning the uterus. So these are what these birth control pills and then this injection and IUDs does. Okay, so when as it is introduced into the body, with because it's a synthetic hormone, it affects the levels of the natural ones. Okay, and then the body will now reduce or stop producing its estrogens, and then estrogens, progesterone, this luteinizing, and then follicle stimulating hormones. And when this happen, birth control is stopped, the cycle is affected, which takes months to resume. Okay, so even when you stop taking this, you stop these birth control pills and then these hormone therapies, it takes some months for the cycle to resume. Okay, so at the long run, this disrupts the estrogen levels, and it leads to mood swings, weight gain, breast tenderness, and fatigue or anxiety. Get it? So the last one under the second cause is that as you take it prolonged, you continue to take these birth control pills and then these hormone therapies, it's at the long term, it affects the liver. You see, so the liver, it's responsible to remove these toxins. Okay, remove the toxins from the body. So as it overloads the liver. Okay, so it causes a toxic buildup of these metabolites in the liver, which affects the liver. Okay, let's move on to the last one, which is aging. So we know that age, naturally, hormones and hormonal imbalance occurs as you age. And as you age, your overall health is affected. Okay, so these hormone production and regulations are also affected. So your mood, your metabolism, your energy, fertility, it's all affected. Okay, so we can have, especially our the females, when they get to their menopausal ages, they can't they don't menstruate, they can't give birth, you see. So these are all due to the hormonal imbalance caused by the aging. Okay, so we will end here, and I thank you all for your attention, and have a good day. Bye.
Thank you, Nezakoto, for this insightful session. We really appreciate your time. And also, to our cherished followers, Kindly be reminded of our live session, which will be happening on the 19th of July 2025. Check our social media pages for all informations. Cheers, and let's meet again in our next episode. Until then, it's bye for now.